we got some downs today. Plug was down, or plug was up a lot yesterday, down today. That's okay. And we had that clean energy stocks. It was after tax on solar and wind project is removed from Trump's bill. But remember, anything could happen. But that bumped plug up yesterday. But remember, okay, another thing that plug did excellently, well, this is going to be Amazon. These are Amazon's robots. That's Tech Savvy Shays. And this is what Amazon's going to have in their warehouse, dude. And then you had these rolling ones rolling around, dude. A bunch of them. So we could maybe say that if we know that Amazon's robots, oh my God, Amazon deploys its 1 millionth robot. And their robots, somebody asked me, who makes Amazon robots? Fucking Jad Man himself makes his robots, dude. Who the fuck do you think makes his robots? I think that was one of the robot things he had working. He just acquired a bunch of robot companies because that's what a Jad Man does. That's what King does. But Plug Power, Amazon. So in 2022, the Democrats made him sign this thing about reducing fuel or whatever, okay, decarbonize. But now that means starting in 2025, Plug Power has also installed an on-site hydrogen production facility at an Amazon fulfillment center in Aurora, Colorado. I am hoping, and this is supposed, this, I don't know if it's already began because it is 2025. I really hope that Jad Man doesn't cancel this deal because we all know clean energy doesn't seem to matter much anymore. But I think the power of the hydrogen battery fuel cell battery is going to be enough to keep him on this stock or in this company because he did sign the deal. And that would be a really nasty thing. And people are saying agreement for liquid green hydrogen starting in 2025. So if you said Plug Power, can it power robots? Oh, most definitely, because he uses these for factory stuff in his factory, and it could almost definitely industrial factory settings. That's what these can be used for. Well, all sorts of things. So it would just be phenomenal if he maybe even said, we need more power for the robots. Then other things you would have had up. ONDS made it okay. Very nice, very nice. Remember their New York City deal. Thrown in a box. They're going to have that one in New York City. Then you had Knock was down yesterday, but coming back today nicely. Remember, we're waiting on our Pebblebrook project. Then you had Archer. Archer did not make people happy today, but that's Archer. They had their dilution, but the dilution occurred. They announced it 2 weeks ago. And JOBY riding higher than Archer because JOBY got an approval for something. Oh no, they had their flight thing. They've delivered their first flying taxi. Stockpile 12%. Company delivers first flying taxi to UAE. These Sheik Daddies are going to be flying so nicely. But Archer's already doing this. Archer's already launching. So they just delivered it, okay? Big to do. JOBY's a good one too. Obviously, I like JOBY. But we're waiting. Of course, Archer's going to have to dilute a little bit. They're not even making revenue yet. And they're going, what? They went up that much yesterday and then they're down lower than Archer? I think that both these are nice, to be honest. But remember, Archer has the Android thing. And if you look, I put up something about it. They had Adam Goldstein. He shows his, whatchamacallit. He was on an interview with CNCBC, one of those fucking propaganda things, and talking about it. He looks sharp. He's a sharp guy. And Sean Duffy, Transportation Secretary, loves him. But you guys have to understand, these are going to be slow roads because there's not even any laws or regulations pertaining to this industry. So not only did they have to make the whole fucking flying taxi, but then they had to get the government, the idiot government, to get things on board. Luckily for, well, in some ways, luckily, FAA, they are really liking Archer and Goldstein. So, and then on the other hand, if you don't want to get into these because they're too pricey, we have our sweet baby HOVR. Down. Not too down. People might like to get into HOVR. I don't know if it goes. I'm going to be surprised if HOVR goes back under $1. But remember, anything is always possible, but I like it around this 139 range. I think that's nice. And then we have ASPI. Clearly, they're falling victim to the reverse Kramer. I don't know about that, though. Hold on a second. I do like ASPI at $7. I like ASPI under $7. That's nice. Dude, I would almost... Oh, it's a fucking holiday. Stupid fucking holiday. My mother says everyone takes out money on the 4th of July. to buy drugs. But I think my family's a bunch of scumbags, so that probably isn't true. But wait a minute. That's for July 18th. Get your ass out of here. Dude, ASPI doesn't get to $8 in the next 2 weeks. On my dick, it doesn't. That is quite a nice option there. It's after hour. I took a gigantic nap today. I have to deposit money because I'm such an addictive gambler. Dude, I would buy this. I'm going to have to write that down. That's fucking 2 weeks. ASPI? They're going to make me wait for the call. I don't know. And then in the morning say, always do something crazy. If I get that call, I'd be so happy. I would be so happy if I got that call. I don't know. What should I do? I'm gonna write that down. You got SYTA. And when I post about these guys, people are saying on different things, and obviously you don't want to believe people, but this core gaming merger, even if SYTA holders are getting 10%, and it's going to get diluted 90%, not technically diluted, I guess, but to merge with the core. But these guys, they had a big ass pop when everyone was like anticipating that merger, and that pop went on. That's a 3-day, 4-day pop all the way up there to 628. So I guess it could be quite interesting what these motherfuckers do. Then you have FNMA down. SYTA is still going up. MBOT down. My baby MBOT. I don't give a fuck. TNXP. TNXP. I honestly think, I want to say TNXP could double upon approval. But I thought HUMA would do things upon approval. But TNXP probably has man CEO. And it's a 9-fibromyalgia pill. See, that's the other thing. Everybody knows how a pill works. And a shitload of people have fibromyalgia, I guess. My mother claims she has fibromyalgia. I think a lot of people say they have fibromyalgia. CRL. Oh my God, my TMC. Sweet baby TMC. Gerard. Damn. That is... Does TMC have options? They do. I'm going to write that down too. TMC. And then you also had CRML down. Somebody said something with CRML too. They had a sellout with another company. But I still think CRLM is going to be a nice one. Securing minerals for Europe's switch. See, I don't think a switch. I don't think these fucks selling European lithium cells CRLM shares for $5 million. I don't think that's too big of a deal. They're sitting on all that rare earth, and everybody hates America. LXRX is a nice little guy, I think. As long as they don't... Oh, RDW is down. I like RDW. I don't care. Rocket Lab is not down. But RDW, they don't get as much hype. They don't have a Peter Beck, but they're good enough, I think. They make all the parts and components. They're certainly going to do stuff. No matter what, I think RXRX is a little win there. I really do. ATIA is definitely up today. Like crazy. Look at ATIA there. 23%. And it doesn't exactly say what they did. Oh, one of their trials went through. I remember. The day is long. One of their trials, ATIA announces, oh, these fuckers. Wait a minute. What is this saying? Announces 50 million private placement financing. Is this going to be... Did this not have dilution? Wait. Entered into a subscription agreement relating to the purchase of ordinary shares of nominal value and pre-funded warrant to purchase. The financing is expected as a result proceeds $50 million before deducting placement agents fees. People did not seem to care about that, to be honest, because the purchase of... Oh, wait. Ordinary shares. Wait a minute. I'm not sure what this would mean. A placement is subject to certain closing, because if this wasn't today, was it? It was today. This, people did not mind. And, well, this is going to say, with the financing, ATIA as well as accelerate its efforts to achieve its goal, delivering new therapeutic options and facing serious mental health challenges. We are confident these trials will support robust discussion with the FDA and allow us a clear phase 3 plan in early 2026. That's a big deal. Phase 3, that's the last phase of the phases. And then they hand it in to the FDA. And then, according to Marty McFarty and what's-his-face, Kennedy, they're going to streamline FDA approvals. So before, if they started the phase 3 however long that takes, probably kind of a while. And then it would take another year to 18 months to get approved. And now they're saying it's only 1 to 2 months, which I don't exactly know how they're going to do that. But if they say they're going to do it, I believe in them fully 100%. So that one could be very nice. And then you also have Compass, which is only 10%. ACHR is 10% invested in Compass because they did sell some of their stake, which I still think that's good. Nope, that's the other Compass. That's the one for the rate cuts, which I'm also looking. Ooh, look at these little fuckers. Thank God. They're another one. Decent coming along on their trials, which trials, very important. People need trials for things for sure. And then you're going to have Next down. I love Next. Next is my Saudi baby. ARCT was up. Oh, horrible news for my baby GOVX. GOVX is not my baby, actually. GOVX is... They diluted so much. And they diluted a month ago. These cocksuckers. Fucking fuckers, dude. Dude, fuck that. I don't care. I think GOVX and ARCT, I don't care. You know what? I tell you guys, if you want to get into this biotech game, you're going to be pissed off all the time. I just get used to it. But I think ARCT, GOVX, and SHRA. I think these three are going to do shit with fucking Kennedy and Marty McParty. And I don't give a fuck. So that's my reasoning. No, my reasoning is based on things that they've had meetings with them. Kennedy gave GOVX that money, and then the money got taken away. So they got a BARDA thing. And then it was pulled, which looked horrible. But then Kennedy just said, never mind, you guys aren't going to get the money either. Like, he's insinuating that he's going to choose where the money goes because he was mad that they pulled it. The people like that handled this money, the Advanced Technology International thing, I don't know. So I just think there's a lot of sneaky stuff. Anyone can see there's a lot of stuff going on. It's a coup. Who cares? But I think GOVX, I think those fucks will come back and I'll be happy. ABCL. Fucking Silo was the worst fucking of the three to go into. I hate that. I don't know why I went into Silo instead of fucking Atia. Ugh. I am up on Silo, but I want to be up like 300% on Silo before I sell it. This little shit fuck. And Silo. I can't fucking record this video. I'm not... Silo. 1 month. A $2 million purchasing, you fucking assholes. Biotech suck. Why does anyone go into biotech? Just go straight into motherfucking drones. This is nice though. Do something, man. Do something. Can you please do something? Or, better yet, just throw it all on Amazon. I might get 10 grand from man. And when I do, I think I'm going to give it all to the Jad Man. I really think so. Because I don't give a fuck. In the long run, I don't know. Probably not a good idea to do all that. No, I mean, you don't go wrong. But I feel like I could make moves that would have enough growth that giving to the Jad Man, I'll give a decent stake to the Jad Man as tithing. So he doesn't have a drone or robot come fucking kill my ass. Hims, down. Oh, Oscar, Hims, all these health down. T-Doc. T-Doc's not barely down. What the fuck? Dude. And I saw this thing, China did a surgery from fucking space or something crazy like that. What the fuck? How could this not down? And then Oscar went down. They're going to close so many hospitals, dude. I should have fucking went back into this around 7. I sold half my stake of T-Doc like an idiot. Well, they were up. Who would have thought? They always look like shit. But not anymore. Not any motherfucking more. Pre-DeepSeek, dude. Actually, wait a minute. This is what another reason I like GOVX, so I don't really give a shit. It's fucking people on X. Sometimes you motherfuckers piss me off. The European approval for Mpox and smallpox. How much goddamn fucking smallpox and Mpox is in fucking dirty ass Europe? Does Europe have a lot of Mpox? Oh, a lot of gays. I'm just kidding. Mpox, monkeypox. They have an occasional flare-up. But GOVX, when they get these approvals for the European Medicines Agency, that'll be a big to-do. Anyways, everybody knows that the big, beautiful bill will hurt these hospitals. So I'm going to say T-Doc. But see, that's why T-Doc did not drop as much as Oscar. People are looking to get an Oscar. Because I think in the long run, Jenny Walker had posted something that it's this Affordable Care Act thing. But in the long run, if 11 million people are kicked off Medicaid, it's not going to matter. And everybody hates United Healthcare. People aren't going to go, oh, let me sign up for United Healthcare. People are going to want to go to new guys because these big guys have the worst reputations ever. So Oscar, I think, is very poised. And then you also have HIT. And this one gives like plans, but also does AI stuff because they're going to have to use way more AI in healthcare. Billy Boy Gates, he already said his doctor is 4 times better than the average doctor. So that, I think, is something. Speaking of health things, you have Synergy up over 10% at some point today. That one, somebody asked how this would be affected with the tariffs. And I'm inclined to say they might not be that badly affected by the tariffs because they're new. Well, not new, but when they're going to be doing putting out their stuff, their retail, their products, right? I'm assuming with a Coca-Cola executive on board, he's going to know stuff. So, plus, if these are new deals, then people will go and they're not going to know how much this would have cost. So hopefully they're pricing this tariff stuff in. Hopefully the tariff stuff gets, I don't know. Nobody even knows how tariffs work. So I think Synergy has a lot of growth potential, if I'm being honest. And then you have little baby Peraso. I think Peraso, they're going to redo their freaking thing. They're going to have, I think they're going to renegotiate their deal with MobX. And MobX came at them for $1.20 a share. And then Peraso had another deal. An unsolicited bid, MobX came at them. This very nice. A strategic move in niche connectivity. This is for education. They're going to cut education like crazy. TMQ. That one I like. TMQ is Alaskan Mining, Canada company, but whatever. And then Fubo. Someday Fubo. What? Settle streaming service privacy class lawsuit. That's good. They're doing that. We want them to merge with Disney. When will this Disney merger be? Some people had said, because it's not a monopoly or a trust or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Disney Hulu land another sports deal. Wait a minute. Oh, that's Disney Hulu. Disney takes control of Fubo. See, that's back when that's not exactly what. They didn't exactly do that quite yet. So that needs to go through. And then buy Fubo TV now or wait until the Disney deal is done. I mean, I might say wait until the Disney deal is done and then sell it because who wants to be in a fucking streaming thing? Same with fucking Paramount. Fuck you, Larry Ellison. And then Buru is up. Over 5%. Stupid fucking Santa. Lottery has been up. That's another penny stock billionaire one. I thought Lottery could see something simply because of all the FanDuel hate. And then Santa being up. I don't know why. I don't know why Santa sits more than my baby HUMA site. This is painful to look at. It literally hurts my goddamn heart to say it. And then you got EON. EON, now that's given to us by Jesus meme. And EON did something nice today. Jesus, what would Jesus do? Buy back shares. That's what Jesus would do. They bought back some shares today. No, that's not it. What is it? EONR. They made a stock buyback, and now they look pretty nice. And I still think oil out of Iran is going to be a problematic, okay? I think so for sure. Some people think. And then you have Rich Tech Robotics. They didn't do much today at all. But I'm not worried about Rich Tech Robotics because this is the age of robotics, and everything's going to be happening for all these. I know it. And then you had UAMY down. I'm not worried about that either. That is down like crazy. Wait a minute. We better look into that one because that's kind of a lot. But they're producing mine. I don't really care. Ooh, to list on NYC, Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. That's interesting. And then I just think they're going to need these antimonies. And this is the age of motherfucking mining. So, UAMY, they'll pop their asses on back. Unless people didn't like that. UAMY completes acquisition of Canadian tungsten properties. Tungsten, that's huge. Tungsten, that's what freaking, what's his face? Timmy Boy Cook, he had to start a militia in Rwanda to get tungsten. So get the fuck out of here. That is a excellent, excellent move. Believe me when I tell you, these motherfuckers want tungsten. Cooler down a hell of a lot. Cooler. Michael Momoni. Eventually, I think he'll do it. I really do. He has a lot going on. Maybe too much going on. But I just think this one will be something. And then Wolf is making some comeback too. This one, data center. And like APLD, which got that CoreWeave deal, TeraWolf has a deal with the United Arab Emirates. Their Core 42. No one knows about it though, which I just think is so stupid. If people really knew what TeraWolf was getting from the Emiratis, those sheik daddies have way more money than fucking that Texas hillbilly and fucking CoreWeave. I'll tell you that right now. And then last but not least, we'll see what sweet baby Humacyte does. Because that big beautiful bill will have defense in it. And Humacyte is waiting for this ECAT filing. ACAT, Humacyte, which means that they can sell to the military. And when Humacyte sells to the military, it'll be the most beautiful thing that anyone's ever seen. I will be right, which is equally as beautiful. Being right is more important than anything else in the world. I swear to God it is.